Madam Speaker, the Honourable Prime Minister, the Honourable Ministers, the Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Members of Parliament. Madam Speaker, I rise in support of the Appropriation Bill of 2018-2019 and would also like to make a short contribution to the national budget debate. However, I'll be using a few illustrations to put across my point. Madam Speaker, I take this opportunity to thank the Honourable Prime Minister for his unwavering leadership, and also like to congratulate the Honourable Minister for Economy and his robust team for the sacrifice and commitment in putting together the 2018 and 2019 national budget. Madam Speaker, using the family as the base of the 2019 national budget is a very smart decision, because the family is always viewed by many as the most important institution and the basic unit of the social structure, as well as the most important agent of socialization. Families, in many senses, could be compared to the cells that make up the human body. If these cells are undernourished or become cancerous, the entire body will not function as it should be. The disintegration of society is largely the outcome of the breakdown of families. Families, to a large extent, would be more a liability rather than an asset. Madam Speaker, it is therefore crucial to provide all Fiji families the much-needed scaffold so they could bounce back in their life's journey. And that is the whole purpose of this family budget. Madam Speaker, on the social service sector, 2018-2019 budget kit cover is the theme that reads, "Uplifting Families, Uplifting Fiji," unquote. What a great theme. At one's glance, to any lay person or to me as a Christian eye and as a person, it means so much. Leave everything aside. The theme is loaded with positivities despite the odds. The essence to which is basically planting hope once again into all the Fiji families. The Holy Bible tells us that we must walk by faith, not by sight, and also to call into being what is not. For these reasons, this budget is very special because it carries the family in its heart, just as God carries each one of us in his heart. One thing we must remember, that God walks in mysterious ways, and also his ways are not ours. If he caused this budget, which I strongly believe in the eyes of faith, he will surely bring it to pass. Madam Speaker, families matters to government, and more so matters to God as well. As expected, there are both positive and negative vibes towards the national budget of 2018-2019. But my advice to everyone out there, do not thrive on hearsay or lies, but to put their faith in God and do what they need to do. Pray and seek God's face. When we do that, God will do the rest. Madam Speaker, the universal lesson that we need to understand is that when we confess negativity in everything we say, negative manifests itself and vice versa. Words are very important. Therefore, we need to watch what we say. Madam Speaker, a classic example is how the people of the Timbara Delta greet each other in their own dialect. I'll quote in the Timbara dialect. Ngunei, nrong bulu binak, nrong gai chigoi bi, gai kenai so mai, warai. If I translate this greeting in English, it would be something similar to this. The first person greeting the second person by saying, "Hi, how are you this morning? And where are you heading to?" The second person response would be immediately warai, meaning no, or I don't know. The response warai, it can be said in two ways. First, it can be a snapshot and quick one, which warai, okay? Or a long dragging warai, like warai, okay? The quick response literally means no, whilst the dragging long warai literally means yes. But it's all expressed on no and I don't know. You don't have to be a speech therapy to make this out. When it's a long dragging warai, it means yes. Okay? So, Madam Speaker, that's pretty normal from the Timbara people. They say no, but they mean yes. Madam Speaker, I reiterate what the Honorable Prime Minister said yesterday in regards to every good initiative introduced by government for the benefit of the disadvantaged people of Fiji. It is always seen by the opposite side of the House as handouts, freebies, and vote buying, party propaganda, and the list goes on. Their response will always be negative, even though when they mean yes in their hearts. Let me ask, are we really carrying all Fiji families in our hearts? Are we trusting God enough, or do we have that needed faith for God to turn things around? Madam Speaker, they may say whatever they want to say. It will not change the truth and the genuine spirit that is inbuilt in these initiatives. And I certainly believe only the truth will set them free. Thank you. Madam Speaker, it's very important eventually set Fiji families from all negativities and in so doing bring the restoration of all positivities. Madam Speaker, the government has done its utmost best to provide good initiative for the people of Fiji. That is, by means of development, raising our standard of living, provide access to better education, better health service, new initiative with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, infrastructure, transportation, water and electricity, and the list goes on. Madam Speaker, Fiji has experienced 9 consecutive years of economic growth, and this is the end result of commitment, hard working and good planning by the Honorable Minister of Economy and his dynamic team, and I commend them for that. Madam Speaker, it is the mandate of this government to provide a national budget annually and ensure everything are in order for the well-being of the whole nation. Naturally, the mandate of the other side of the House is to critically analyze government activities, meaning smoothen the edges and advise accordingly for the benefit of the whole nation and its people. Madam Speaker, this reminds me of the Public Employees Union logo that says, quote, "United we stand, divided we fall." The theme of family, always unity, achieved through working together and supporting each other as God wills. Madam Speaker, we all have our responsibilities. The government has provided many initiatives for the people to enjoy. I'll use the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation budget highlights an example that says, quote, "The ministry provides a social safety net that empowers disadvantaged Fijians, thus creating a level playing field in our society," unquote. It provides initiatives aimed to break down barriers of gender, disability, age, and economic standing, but allowing all the disadvantaged Fijians to fully participate in society in order for them to also benefit from the nation's growing prosperity. Madam Speaker, this is a great initiative, that the growing prosperity of the nation is being shared amongst all the people, including the disadvantaged people of our society. Madam Speaker, if a well-known economist, after a thorough analysis of the budget and confirm that this budget is a friendly budget, who are we, the 5'8" economists, to say otherwise? Madam Speaker, even the Right Honorable Peter O'Neill, the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, acknowledged the rapid development Fiji has achieved during his address to Parliament yesterday. Why do we have to deny the truth? Why say no when you mean yes? Madam Speaker, let me conclude. Madam Speaker, let me conclude. I fully support the budget and I thank you for your indulgence. I plead, we rise to once again plant the seed of hope in all Fiji families. And may God bless Fiji. Thank you.